Here in the I button and in description box below, you will get complete playlist of Fourier transform. Welcome to video number 23, and in this video we are going to solve first problem on the topic, that is Parseval identities. Okay, so before I start this video, I would request you to subscribe to my channel, and if you learn something from my videos, then please hit the like button and do share the playlist of Fourier transform with your friends. Okay, this question is very important. So let us start solving this problem. The question says, using Parseval identities, prove that. Okay, we need to prove this. Integration 0 to infinity dt upon a square plus t square into b square plus t square equals to pi upon 2ab a plus b. Okay, yes. If you rearrange this, okay, rearranging means if you put ab, okay, if you put ab here, then that is a upon a square plus t square into b upon b square plus t square into dt. Okay, we can write this dt here and write this a in the numerator part of this, and we can write this p in the numerator part of this. Then that will make this as pi upon 2 into a plus b. Okay, yes. So here we can see that is we have two functions. Okay, a upon a square plus t square into b upon b square plus t square. Okay, so we can say this as, yes, this, that is a upon a square plus s square. Okay, and the second is b upon s square plus b square. If you have gone through my previous video, that is in video number 22, I have discussed this. Okay, that is if you see somewhere like this, okay, if you see somewhere like this, that is a upon s square plus a square, then you need to know that this is the Fourier cosine transform. Okay, this is the Fourier cosine transform for the function that is e to the power minus ax. Okay, I repeat this once again. If you see somewhere like this, that is a upon s square plus a square, then this is the Fourier cosine transform for the function that is e to the power minus ax. Okay, so using this to solve this problem, okay, we will take the help of this formula. So we can say f of x, let f of x equals to e to the power minus ax. In that case, Fourier cosine transform will become as a upon s square plus a square. Similarly, for g of x, let's suppose g of x equals to e to the power minus bx. In that case, gc, okay, that is gc will become, yes, gc of s will become b upon s square plus b square. Okay, now we have these two formulae. Okay, if you multiply both, we'll get this part. Okay, so now coming to the Parseval identity. So now using Parseval identity for Fourier cosine transform. Okay, so this is going to be, okay, let me tell you one thing more, that is here we have fc of s and we have gc of s. So we can use, okay, and we are using Fourier cosine transform because of here we have c and c subscript. So if you have gone through my video number 21, then yes, we have seen all these four formulas. Okay, where out of these four formulas, these two belong to Fourier cosine transform and these two belongs to Fourier sine transform. Okay, here you can see fc of s and gc of s. Okay, and here in the problem we have fc of s and gc of s. So we need to put this formula, that is 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity fc of s into gc of s ds equals to integration 0 to infinity f of x into g of x dx. Okay, so we are going to use this formula. Okay, so the formula is 2 upon pi integration 0 to infinity fc of s into gc of s ds equals to integration 0 to infinity, okay, f of x into g of x dx. Now simply put the values. Okay, so 2 upon pi is as it is integration 0 to infinity. What is fc of s? That is a upon a square plus b square. Okay, and what is gc of s? That is b upon b square plus s square. Okay, don't forget to write this ds here. Now again 0 to integration 0 to infinity. What is f of x? That is e to the power minus ax, and what is g of x? That is e to the power minus bx. Simply write dx here. Okay, now in the next step, what we can do is simply take a and b here. Okay, that is a 2 into ab upon pi equals to integration 0 to infinity ds upon a square plus s square plus into b square plus s square. Okay, and here we can write that is integration 0 to infinity, base is common. Okay, so on multiplying both we can add the powers. Okay, so negative will become, okay, negative x we can take common. Okay, that is minus x we have taken common. Here we have a plus b. Okay, so e to the power minus of a plus b into x dx. Now we will simply integrate this part. Okay, so 2ab upon pi integration 0 to infinity ds upon a square plus s square into b square plus s square. Here on integrating this part, you will get e to the power minus of a plus b into x upon coefficient of x, that is minus of a plus b in the denominator part. Again put limit is from 0 to infinity. Now simply put limits. Okay, yes, on putting limits you will see we are taking this Okay, this 2ab upon pi to the right hand side. So this is going to be integration 0 to infinity ds upon a square plus s square into b square plus s square. If you take this and take this here, so this is going to be pi upon 2ab, okay, into here we can write that is minus 1 upon a plus b, okay, minus 1 upon a plus b. Now simply put upper limit here. So this is going to be e to the power minus infinity minus lower limit, that is e to the power 0. Okay, yes, this is how much? 0. Okay, yes. So what is e to the power 1? E to the power 0, that is 1. So here we have minus 1. So minus 1 will become plus 1. So pi upon 2ab into a plus b is the final result. Okay, so here we have integration 0 to infinity dt upon a square plus t square. Here the function is s, okay, but here I'm simply changing the variable, okay, that is changing variable from s to t. Integration 0 to infinity dt upon a square plus t square into b square plus t square equals to pi upon 2ab plus into a plus b, okay, and this is what we have proved. Thank you so much.